Today I figure I tell you about my other altercation, one of many bricks that is part of that life of me being a Jehovah's Witness or being raised under one. And one of the many bricks to fall and crumble as my decision to not be a part of it got influenced and got stronger. This was about maybe 2-3 years after the whole tape incident with Silverchair and the One Hot Minute Red Hot Chili Peppers tape and stuff. I loved reading. But I was particularly fond of a sci-fi book series for young adults called Animorphs. And I was in the hospital at the time, and it's so funny because this whole JW thing really fucks up your mind. One of my aunts was the one that got me my first book of that series, which was sci-fi and stuff. Which I honestly I didn't think she didn't saw anything demonic about it. However, this story that got the series the demonic label was actually from my grandmother on my dad's side. And I had stayed with her for about a year or so. And because there were some family issues back home around that time. So I had stayed with her, and I had developed and collected some of these books. And again, my aunt on my mother's side, who's also a Jehovah's Witness, one of the four aunts that is on my mother's side was a Jehovah's Witness. She gave me the book. So there was no reason for me to really hide the series from any of my JW family, because I had assumed that it was okay. But apparently my grandmother saw the cover and she went, she freaked out because she associated that with the demons that had something to do with Africa of anima, the transforming from human to like the spirit creatures of transforming from human to an animal. She associated that with this series about aliens taking over other people's bodies and these kids gaining superpowers to save the planet by them changing into whatever form that they touch or turn into. It was fantasy. But of course, my grandmother being the hardcore Jehovah's Witness, they find anything and everything that can possibly be demonized. So, you can imagine my gasperation in this point. It's like I didn't even want to read the series anymore because I was totally disgusted. It ruined the whole enjoyment out of it. And the anger, that was another shit on the pile that is anger for me. Though my dad was kind of cool enough where he snuck a couple of books in to let me read, and that was the one cool thing. My dad really wasn't a practicing witness, but he snuck in a couple of books because he knew it was ridiculous. He goes, just don't let her see it. But you could see the fucked up duality in this. You have one witness that's my aunt on my mom's side, that doesn't think anything of it, and then you have another witness on the other side that sees it a completely different way. It's fucked up. this religion, which doesn't even deserve to be called a religion, is just fucked up. It sends so many mixed messages. It's no wonder that there are just a lot of kids out there that are they're just so screwed up with everything. But yeah, this was a series I had gotten into. I had virtually had collected every single book in the series, and I had tossed them away because that virtually sucked out every enjoyment I had out of it. So I had throw them all away, and I think that was one of the major. This was obviously after the whole tape incident and before the whole Lord of the Rings incident. The Lord of the Rings incident in my last vlog happened much later in my 20s. This was around my mid-teens, mid-late teens. But yes, I also want to mention that I saw a new a pasta video from Kelly Snowe. She's a new member. She put up a new video for her Sparlock, her views on the Sparlock DVD thing, and it's very interesting. And I do want to point out that it's true. The Watchtower treats adults in this freaking cult like children. They're not adults. They like to think that they're adults, but they're not adults. I'm sorry. If you have to have a bunch of men sitting in their luxury towers trying to dictate what you can and cannot do, you're a child. You're not an adult. Let me take a sip of my tea. Another thing is the hypocrisy in the whole thing. I know one witness. On one hand, she preaches, "Oh, this is demonic. This is this and this," but you should be wary of what you watch. And then on the other hand, she loves horror movies. She loves Scream, which has killing in it. She loves ghost stories. I can name several. She loves Halloween. She loves Friday the 13th. She loves all horror movies, which in and out of itself is against Jehovah's Witnesses' doctrine. It's the hypocrisy that just runs rampant. It's like, Jehovah's Witnesses, if you're out there, put up or shut the fuck up. You either are gonna go all the way with what the brothers and the governing body say, or you just sod it all off and don't be a witness. Put up or shut up. And on that note, I will end this vlog, and y'all have a good day.